All right, I'm just taking a little coffee break before I get into the next two hives. I'm pretty disappointed of the hive I just went through. I should have pulled at least 50 pounds out of it, and the honey was still so wet there's hardly any frames capped over. So I may have pulled, I don't know, maybe 12-14 pounds if I'm lucky out of that hive. It was just too wet to pull. It's been a weird year for the bees, you know. First it was super dry, then it was just super wet, and the last yard I was in, honey's just too wet for them to cap over yet. So we'll tear into these and hopefully we can get 50-60 pounds out of this, and then we'll go to the next yard. That's a healthy colony right there. I just wish all my colonies were that strong. Look how pretty that frame is. It's perfect. Now that's the way you want your honey frames to look. All right, so those that was much better. That yard was. I probably pulled easy over 50 pounds. I'm assuming. But man, they're aggressive. That's one thing about pulling honey, man. They are extremely protective over their honey. So even with my suit, even with my jacket on, they were getting through my jacket, which doesn't happen very often, but I probably got a good 6 or 8 of them through my jacket. But this yard back here, I'm only going to pull from one hive, and then I'm going to run over and take care of the three meanest hives that we have. I'm going to do those next. I saved those for last because I have no doubt that they're going to tear me up. They do every year. And I've had people ask me why I don't requeen them. And the reason I don't is because they're only like that really during the flow when they have honey to protect. That's really the only time they're aggressive like that. And they're out in the ag yard, so they're far away from anybody. I don't have to worry about anybody going back there and messing with them. So, and I found that hives that seem to be more aggressive and more protective over their honey, for whatever reason, I feel like they can produce more. For some, I don't know why that is, but I have found that the meaner the hive in the late summer or fall, I usually end up getting more honey off those than I do the real calm, nice hives. So don't know if it's just a coincidence or what, but that's just what I found. So I'm gonna go back there and pull from this hive, and then I'm gonna run over to the next yard, keep on going. Okay guys, so update on this last extraction. I just got done extracting some of the stuff that you guys seen me pull earlier in this video. I'm just waiting on a little bit more to drain into this stainless tank. But this So far, this is going to be way off from last year's. July 14th of 2020, I pulled 240 pounds that day. Obviously, I'm already a couple weeks behind, mostly because of weather. And I'm only gonna, if this ends up being about 75 pounds left that I haven't bottled, that's only gonna put me about 130 to 135 pounds for July, and that's way off from what I was last year. Over 100 pounds just from what I pulled just on that one day last July. So, you know, we've had some crazy weather for the last 6 weeks. It's just been extremely wet. A lot of rain keeping the bees from flying, and plus all the rain beating all the nectar and everything right out of the plants. So we're way off from last year's harvest. Hopefully things can get turned around and we get a good nectar flow coming. I'm just gonna cross my fingers that that's what we got. I'm gonna finish getting these frames cleaned up. I'm gonna get them back on the hives, so that way they can just start filling up what they can fill up, and hopefully we have a good flow from here on out, and try to be able to put back enough honey to get all you guys through winter and in the next spring when it's time to start making it again. So that is the update for July, and we'll just see what we can do for next month. Thanks for watching.